Hello everybody, how are you doing? Well, we're on Tuesday, a new week. We have only 2 weeks and a half more, okay? So, I hope you are learning English as much as possible, okay? And, if you have any question about the previous unit, just tell me. But today we're going to start with Unit 8, okay? 8 talks about old and new. But the first unit talks about the internet, okay? This is very useful nowadays. Learning words and vocabulary related to informatics and computer and so on, okay? Well, first of all, I have to say that the internet is usually with V, the article V, and with capital letters, okay? Although little by little, these capital letters are not compulsory, okay? So in writings you have corrected, okay? I'm sure that you have seen that the internet is with capital letters, okay? But if you look for the internet and, some documents and tests, now you could see internet with normal, okay, not capital letters. Although I recommend you to use the internet with capital letters, okay, as usual. I mean, if it's going to change someday, maybe it's not compulsory, but for the moment, okay, you could use that way, okay? So, this unit consists of two things. First one is the vocabulary related to computer and technology, and the second one, relative sentences, okay, relative clauses. So we're going to start with the first part, that is vocabulary, okay? Well, vocabulary, the only thing I can do for you is help you with tools and internet resources to do this, but the most important thing is to repeat the words, use them in other contexts when you're speaking, when you're writing. Most of them, I think you are familiar with this vocabulary, okay, because we listen to them everywhere, okay? We are in contact with the internet and computer science every day, okay? And most nowadays with the work we are doing in our homes, okay? But I mean, here you have two listenings, okay, that are useful to learn more vocabulary and expressions, right? You have here words like broadband, data, device, fault, privacy, security, technology, and the uses you have of these words with several contexts, okay? I have sent you in the unit 8.1, okay, in the platform. You have here, okay. Yeah, I have sent you the answers of this page, okay? And also an interesting page is from the preliminary English test from Cambridge, but I mean, this is B1 level, but it's useful for B2 as well. So it's the first item you have here in the platform, and you could do several exercises to practice this vocabulary, okay? Then I have also sent you a word with some words that were used before the internet exists. Okay, like for example, spam. Can you imagine what spam was before in the internet? Well, spam was a processed meat made of ham. Okay, it's like jamón procesado. Okay, this is the meaning of spam before the internet. But nowadays, well, spam, you know that this is the email you don't want. Okay, so it's jamón procesado was before, and now it's email that you don't want to use, okay? For example, web. Do you know what's a web? Okay, web is the net made by the spiders, okay? And nowadays, because spiders do webs that are link and are very strong, okay? So nowadays we use World Wide Web, WWW, okay? And web nowadays is more known for the use of the internet more than spiders, okay? Well, you have also the use of log, past, or web. Okay, or surf. I mean, you could have a look at that, okay? So, the other part of the unit is the relative clauses, okay? If you remember which, what, whom, okay, whose. So, generally speaking, who is for person, the subject, which is for the things, okay? And whose is when we talk about possession. Okay, whose might be preceded by the owner, and after that must be the thing they own. Okay, for example, the father whose daughter. I mean, the father is the owner and daughter is the person he owns, okay? Here in this unit, we talk about the two kinds of relative clauses, okay? We have here the identifier relative clauses, okay, that tell us which person, thing, or place you are talking about. Is in the green chart in page 77. Okay, so the sentence makes no sense without it. It means if we don't put this sentence, the relative sentence, the complete sentence doesn't have any meaning, okay? We need this. We need this sentence, okay? We need the relative. But a non-identifying relative clause gives extra and non-essential information, okay? The sentence makes sense without it. It means if we don't put it, don't worry, we can understand the sentence, okay? So the things that go between commas are not necessary, okay? They give extra information, okay? In Spanish, this is oraciones subordinadas adjetivas. I don't know if you remember when you studied that, okay? Languages, the Spanish, yeah? So we have two things, oraciones subordinadas adjetivas, explicativas o especificativas. Especificativas especifican algo, ¿vale? O sea, dicen algo que es como propio, y explicativas dan como las características de eso, ¿ok? So, this is the same in English with relative clauses, defining and non-defining, ¿ok? Non-defining is give extra information, explain something, and identifying clauses tell us something that is very, very important, okay? So, identifying relatives, no commas. Non-identifying relative, commas, okay? So, here you have the first exercise, 8. This exercise 8 is to practice this, the difference between identifying relative clauses and non-identifying relative clauses, okay? And then you have the grammar point with the, the explanation of that, okay? If you want to improve that, you have here the grammar reference in page 150. You have the answers as well in the platform. And then I have sent you a document, a PDF, with much more exercises, theory again, and exercises, and the answers. And if you want more, okay, I've sent you another web from the Business Council where you have more information and more exercises about that, okay? Relative clauses are used when you want to improve your writings, okay? You want to explain something, tell more in detail, okay? And you have to understand that also in the clause tests are useful, okay? Because sometimes we have a missing gap and we have to complete with a relative clause that could be which, who, whatever, okay? So here in this exercise, you have the use of who, which, and whose, okay? But there are other relative clauses like which that refers to all the sentence, okay? And what. I don't know what you say. What is usually translated as lo que. No sé lo que me dices. I don't know what you say, okay? Or you explain something which I told you before, which refers to all the sentence, okay? Lo que te dije antes. So which and what are also translated by lo que, but it depends on the sentence, okay? So, in the PDF, you can have a look at that, okay? More exercises, okay? And then you have the pause in relative clauses with the pronunciation point, okay? It's very useful when you pronounce, and if you want to focus on the relative clause, to make it stronger. If you don't want to focus on that, okay, make it weak, okay? It's just the only thing. So, and it's all for now. If you have any question, keep in touch, okay? This week I'm going to send you also a speaking part, okay? Because by Google Classroom it's very difficult to practice speaking. So I'm going to make you a task, okay? Where you can send me voice recording, okay? By WhatsApp, okay? So along this unit, you could practice some speaking with that, okay? So I tell you tomorrow or after tomorrow, okay? So have a good day, and enjoy as much as possible, okay? Bye-bye, see you.